Henry Wynne, high school star, 4:05, national high school champion in his day, has continued to run very well for Virginia.
They finally get them off. They will stay in their groove. 7 on the inside, 3 on the outside through 2 full turns. Then they will break for the pole. 8 full laps of this 200-meter oval. The crossplex, which has been very well utilized here in the years that it has been in existence. First time hosting the NCAA Indoor Championships.
Henry Wynne goes to the lead. Kind of a scramble in the backstretch. It started out very fast and has settled down a little bit now, but he'll still get the first 220 yards of this in about 30 seconds.
Wynne is prominent in the front. He's easy to see how tall he is. You can see the 2 Oregon Ducks currently in 4th and 5th place. That is Blake Haney and Sam Prakel. And the pace looks a little on the slowish side. Of course, now this is the championship. Yesterday they were running for qualifying spots. Now they are jockeying for position for the victory and for points.
Larry, you were a middle distance runner yourself. Did you like being in the middle of a pack like this? Were you comfortable?
No way. I went straight to the front. I didn't like the traffic or any of that, but I have to say that when you have 2 men in a final like the Ducks do, they're really using that pack mentality to their advantage. They're in a nice position at this point in the race.
Nothing's happened here much, Dwight. These guys are just content to watch this thing amble along here.
It looked about 64 for the first quarter mile, and Henry Wynne continuing to lead and everyone letting him do that. We see a lot of athletes running a little up, a little wide, outside of lane 1 into lane 2, and on the turns, of course, that adds distance, but it also gives them room to run. This pack is a little tight.
Wynne has run 3:58 indoors this year to get under 4 minutes. Indoors for the first time, he ran 3:56 and change for a 1,600-meter distance medley relay leg for Virginia. Very talented, and he's confident in his kick, and watching how he has run several races in his career, I'm surprised. I think he's trying to control the pace to be slow because he's confident of his kick. 2:11 through the first half mile of this race.
All right, let's set the top 5 for you. Henry Wynne, the Virginia junior, has been leading from the gun. On that rail, that is Adam Palomar, the Syracuse junior. Then just to his outside, Jacob Burcham, the junior from Oklahoma. Then it is Blake Haney right in there for Oregon, as well as Sam Prakel.
Pace is picking up here, Dwight, just a little bit. All of a sudden, there's an urgency as we come up to 3 to go. It's picked up a bit. This guy is a bit of a threat. Little unknown, Jonah Koech from UTEP in Kenya, but has had a very good indoor season, running 3:58 and change. Here comes the race is underway, folks.
Wynne did not want to give up the lead position to Koech. Now it is Haney on the outside, and then for Penn coming from that way back, Thomas Awad, the senior, made a move on the backstretch to get himself in the mix. 2 laps remaining.
Haney's run, and here they come to 3/4, about 3:12, just under that. Haney has run 52 seconds at the 1,500 meters, just missing the victory here. Watch him, he's got great speed in 3rd place right now.
Koech made a crazy pass on the inside on the finishing straight, and no one headed him. No one got in his way. But he may have made too much of a move too early. He keeps changing speed. So Henry Wynne now pretty much in a full sprint. Koech on his inside. That's the 2 Ducks, Haney and Prakel at the bell.
Hard to do what Wynne's doing, going wire to wire out front.
Koech making him run wide, stay wide. Perfect situation for the 2 Ducks. Haney in a great position, so is Prakel. The 2 are up front. And a perfect opportunity to slingshot wide, but Wynne is trying to hang on, and he is going to do it. Henry Wynne, the junior from Virginia, basically wins wire to wire. He gave up the lead a few times, but for a very short period. And off that 2:11, 2:12 half mile, he runs 4:06.63, but the time does not matter at the championship. It's who crosses first, and Wynne is the NCAA mile champion.
Unofficially around 55.4 seconds for 440 yards, his last bit. We talked about his kick potentially. He actually acts as a blocking action, making the race come down to the last 40 or so meters down this home stretch. He saved something. He had it left, and he held off the great speed of Blake Haney, the sophomore, who is the Oregon mile saying something. Look at the good arm action. Good drive. Congratulations to Henry Wynne. They're celebrating at Staples High School in Westport, Connecticut right now.
Official results, Henry Wynne does win the race, but look at what happened with Oregon. They've got 8 for second place in Blake Haney and another 5 from Sam Prakel. Both of them just snuck into this final, so 13 additional points for the Oregon Ducks as we go down to John.
All right, I'm here with the champ. You spell win W-I-N-N-E instead of the W-I-N. Congratulations on the championship. You were there from the get-go, and you were there at the end. The strategy you had coming in.
Yes, sir. I just wanted to get up there and not have to deal with the pack racing, and I know everybody gets tripped up. I have a long stride, so I've been knocked down a couple times this season. I didn't want to mess with that, especially at the national championship, so I just went out from the gun, got to the front, and tried to control it.
At a brief moment, Koech gets inside you and takes off, and what was your thought at that point?
You know, I was kind of happy to give up the lead for a little bit there. I figured something like that was going to happen, especially leading from the gun. You know, I don't have the energy to, you know, lead the entire thing, so having a guy come around was kind of the idea of what would happen. So I stuck with him, and, you know, it was a race from there.
Every miler thinks they have the best kick. In this case, Henry Wynne of Virginia did. Wahoo Wah, congratulations.
Go Hoos.